Wouldn't that be a laugh?
What am I doing on ammo? Could reload my shoddy.
Okay, let's try and...
Spearhead Armory. What's the in-universe tale behind them, Aaron?
Spearhead. I do not know
I think they're the
offhand.
same manufacturers of this revolver.
Pistol.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Xenopedia doesn't have a page on it. It's just for the pistol.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it finished saving? It has finished saving, so
Yay.
let's jump on the stream. And Xenomorph Warrior, aka Acid Splash, welcome to the stream.
Welcome, folks.
And let's start the whoring process.
Initiate a whoring procedure.
Indeed. It's a very crucial part of the streaming process. Got to get those clicks. Blech. Posted on Threads, posted on Twitter, posted on Blue Sky, shared to the Facebook page, dropping on Discord, over to the forums.
There we go.
Sarah says, not sure if you know, but the audio keeps dropping in and out.
For me or for the game?
Oh, please clarify, Sarah.
How about now? Is this better?
Acid Splash says $5 is $5. Well, it's not so much about the revenue as it is just getting people's attention. How much do the streams make? It can't be much. I doubt it's anything, is it?
It ain't much.
Rob Harvey, welcome. Right, that's shared there. That's shared there.
Can you guys hear me okay? How's this audio? Sarah, talk to me.
Okay, let me just check the stream. 1 second.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Sounds fine to me. Rob Harvey says it sounds fine, and so does Acid Splash.
Sounds fine to me, Rob Harvey.
Yep, then
you sound fine.
Hear me coming over, yeah.
Alright, well, if we're good to go,
It might just be you, sir, I'm afraid. I mean, crack on, I just need to share to the groups.
So, before I continue, for those here, there will be spoilers. We are more than halfway through the game. I had to stop a little early last time because we crashed, or the game crashed, and I couldn't progress past a certain part, but eventually I kept trying and saw if I could just randomly get past the glitch, and I did. But since then, the game has been patched. It's already crashed already once during the loading, so hopefully that'll be the only crash of our stream. But yeah, we're going to continue on Zula's little adventure now, where she's got an alien in her, unfortunately. And so we're going to do a suicide mission of blowing up our ship so that all the nefarious things that happen in this facility go away. So that's the plan.
Will that go according to plan, though, is the question. What's the saying? Make a plan, execute the plan goes wrong. I forget the rest of it.
Oh, yeah.
There was a vehicle blocking
Make
off
a new
this path
plan.
earlier.
You think someone's been by?
Doubtful.
Kalen, welcome.
That vehicles were only operable by the synthetic workforce.
Damn. was
Sarah
hoping for
says
a
must
sign
just
of
be
life.
here.
Oh
Acid Splash says she's got a bun in the oven. A very unwelcome bun. Sarah says I'm just reading those books now.
What's up with these scents?
Security measure taken after facility automation repeatedly
Which book,
failed
Sarah?
sec audits.
Sorry.
It was deemed more cost-effective to strip out their human engagement interfaces instead of patching them up, leaving unresponsive husks behind.
Charming.
Holster. There we go.
Got enough already.
No, I don't have enough. I want more.
Okay, you can never have too much. Oh, the Helldivers books. If that's what Caleb is talking about.
Mrs. Rogers,
There's Helldiver books?
so glad you did not get caught up in all of this nasty business.
Yeah, it's me. Eunice. Sorry, I forgot your name.
That's quite all right. I have misremembered your entire appearance.
What did you think
Except
of
for biometrics. I'm Helen, the cargo yard and
the
spaceport
GES
synthetic team.
synthetics?
The face that launched
You're
the
interesting.
ships. Clever.
What are
A
you
little
doing to the
different than
ship?
your standard
We are
working
empowering
Joes.
this illegally parked vessel
But still,
and preparing it
I
for
mean, very
disassembly.
Joe-ish,
Yeah.
still.
Is there something you need?
Answers. Have you seen Ben Carver? Do you know anything about what happened
Which I
to
think
this
is
place?
cool.
Oh, so sorry.
I love
opened my
that they
charging
did
crate
stick
shortly
to that
before you
aesthetic
arrived,
because
and have
I
only
quite
just
like
now
it. I always found it one of the
You are the only living
more
employee
creepy
who
things
can
about
visit. I was hoping that you
them
would tell
in
us what happened while I was
isolation.
asleep.
Yeah. But I mean,
Well,
their other appearances
do
have
you
been
need
tweaked a
anything
little,
else?
both in
Maybe something more in my wheelhouse?
Dark Descent and
Two capacitor rods in order to
Fireteam Elite.
overload the ship, but do not tell her what we are planning to do with them.
True,
I'm
true,
looking
true,
for a
true.
pair of capacitor
But still
rods.
quite,
I can have two
you know,
spares brought
bland,
here by the
creepy
end of the
looking.
Yeah.
I'll need them well before then.
Welcome, Mikey,
You're
Then I'll have
welcome.
my teams in the garage and office warehouse B prep the rods.
to the jungle.
Do you know the way?
I can get us there. It's marked on your map.
I'm good, thanks. Watch out for aliens.
They do
We
not
got
seem
fun in VR
interested in me.
games.
Must be nice.
Oh. This is the fun backtracking bit, isn't it? No, not quite yet. Wait, where is it? Is it in here?
I can't remember where she's sending you.
Warehouse
You should turn the
capacitor.
Turn the subtitles on,
Okay.
because if we're talking over it, and I can't hear the audio.
What's with the cloak and dagger
There
back
we
there?
go. Caustic Viper, welcome. Says, how's everybody doing today?
But she's
Adam
still
Saw,
wanted to preserve company assets. That includes
I'm
Eunice.
sore.
aren't you? Yeah,
Little bit.
Saw head.
Armed working. I'll just shoot her if she tries to stop us.
Angel James, hello y'all. Welcome, Angel.
Make our task much swifter.
Welcome, Mitch Lawrence. Who says, you guys were right. I met Ian White last year in London, and he was cool. Yeah, Ian was one of the better experiences I had when I met him in person.
Happy New Year, everybody, by the way.
Oh yeah, it is new. Yeah, fair. Happy New Year, folk. Halfway through the roaring 20s. Ghostic Viper says, enjoying some hot cocoa this morning. Loving the level design so far.
I suspect there was a reason we didn't.
Speaking of level design, speaking of backtracking, I still think it works. You know when I told you I was ready to throw the remote,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, actually, I didn't even really need to backtrack. This is fine. So I kind of like took back my frustration at the backtrack.
Really, I still think it was pretty frustrating. I think it's the part after this, but this is my second playthrough. Maybe since I know the facility a little bit more now, I will be able to
Well, I mean,
navigate it
I
better.
didn't find I didn't find it frustrating because there was like all these new areas that I could get into. You know, it's classic, classic level design and level progression. So yeah, I wasn't annoyed at that bit. It was during the second bit there where they were like, right, head back in and go do this, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! But they closed off the door, and then they really easily shoveled you to where to actually start doing some new stuff. I was like, oh, okay, I'll let you off. I forgive you. Rob Harvey says, I'm on the tropical IPAs. I am trying, for the first time, Pilsner. I've never had a Pilsner before.
Never had a Pilsner. They're not my favorite.
No.
So, interesting thing, you can actually kill these guys. I don't know if you've tried it, Aaron.
I didn't try it. I was tempted to. But then I was like, oh.
There we go.
Do you get an achievement for it in the normal?
I don't think so.
Okay. Xander says, I haven't seen you guys since last year.
Got enough already.
It's been a while. Xenomorph Warrior, aka Acid Splash, says, I like the tablet interface for checking stuff.
It is cool. I just wish I could actually navigate on my motion tracker too.
I wouldn't mind it if they labelled the rooms on the map.
Well, they do when you zoom in enough. Only some of them. Oh, do they? Let's see. Oh yeah, see, there's a label, but it's like that's it. You have to zoom in, like all the way in.
A lot, yeah. But that just says Save Station Terminal, and that didn't say the room was like a panic room or anything.
Yeah.
You were looking at the hot icon rather than the room.
Yeah.
Angel Jamie says, after a lot of frustration, I'm pretty sure I got all the extra weapons from pathogen levels in Fireteam Elite. I can't remember if we ever did that. We're gonna do some Fireteam or some hunting grounds next week after you finish this.
Yeah, we still gotta do our extra hard playthrough.
You mean what? You mean finish the super fucking difficult one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should have a warm up in the week then, and I'll see if Chris is free at the weekend.
That would be nice.
Caustic Viper says, gave one of my good friends the NECA Defiance Praetorian figure for Christmas. He's been into the Alien franchise but never knew about Praetorians. I like that figure. I like that design.
Close! Oh! Did he make it in here? No. He just hit me. Oh,
He will
think
make
he's
it
coming.
in there, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes the healing syringes get stuck. You have to kind of jimmy them out of you.
Getting low.
So, here's a question. In the bit coming up, in the storehouse, did you open that other container when you played it through before?
Which other container?
Yeah, well, we'll find out when we're getting there then. Casper, welcome. Caleb says, you always murder a working good. Caustic Viper says, I like how you use the tablet for save points, harkens back to the card you use in isolation for the same purposes. Yeah, I think it was a very good idea they followed on in that vein.
Yeah.
Not just because of the isolation, relation, but also because it's another tactile thing of you pulling it out and inserting it. I suppose in the same way a card would have worked, but that's one of the things that I'm very, very impressed about with Zerbios and with the game is the level of tactileness. How much they do make you use your hands and give it a reason to be in VR as a platform.
Yeah. That's what I need.
Things are heavy.
See.
Oh, you get loads of bits in here. So that container on your left. Once you've killed everybody, sorry.
See, this is kind of where the game starts to get annoying for me, because it just throws aliens at you for such regular intervals. And here's it's always 2 at a time, and here's the other one. And I think they had a statement that they released after the whole, we're sorry if you felt misled about part 1 and part 2. Oh, that was a good dodge. So there's 3 aliens.
So that container on your right, did you open that last time you played?
This? The truck?
Yes.
I think so. Maybe?
So there's
Maybe
2.
Not.
There's 2 in the game that you can't get. At least there was 2 I found that you can't get into. You have to go and rewire them at the back.
Okay.
Because you couldn't do them when you came across them. Because you needed that second tool.
Oh, that's right.
But you never opened any of them.
I guess they didn't.
Acid Splash says, I'm so happy to see the ridged heads in the game.
Yeah, it's nice. I do like those kinds of aliens.
I think it's nice to be back to them. I mean, they had a lot of time in the spotlight. But as of the last probably 10 years or so, it's been very much, the smooth-headed aliens.
Oh. Tracking here is being a little wonky.
Casper says almost full mag per Xeno. No, it should only be about a quarter per alien. Or were they a little tougher?
I don't know. They were a little tougher, I guess.
Okay, the next question to ask yourself, Adam, is why would they be locked containers?
I did not. You didn't tell me about that.
No, I was waiting to surprise you.
Ah!
And that's cool.
Not good.
How cool is that?
Ah! Yeah, my VR hits. Get off me!
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Oh, he killed you.
Well.
You weren't supposed to die there.
Oh well. But yeah, that is a
Caleb
really
says,
cool part of the game where you have to use your motion controllers to yank the face huggers off, and on PSVR 2 it's all rumbling your headset and everything.
Caleb says, "Oh no, he's been hixted." That is my experience in the RPG.
It's probably my karma for killing him.
Acid Splash says, "Double pregnancy." Well, take that into account. Why are the facehuggers attacking?
They do mention that.
But yeah, the other lockers are the same, mate. So there's one out in the snow. On your way towards the garage, that's the same, and it's basically it's a couple of containers of facehuggers and two get loose.
Mm.
I was very surprised the first time I opened that container.
Yeah, this time I'll be ready.
Oh, Xander says, "Wait, Ridgetop likes the Ridgetop aliens? Scandalous." Well, that's his name's not about that.
Yep. Just a
Did we talk about that in the 200th
street
episode?
that I lived on. I don't think we do.
I think we did.
Did we? I don't know.
I think so.
It's the wrong morning to ask me, my friend.
Caustic Viper says, "Made me remember the Kadinsky experiment in AVP Extinction." How does that relate to the Species K stuff? I don't remember.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
They used multiple Praetorian huggers on one pred. Well, I do not remember that in the lore. They used multiple Praetorian huggers on one pred to make the pred queen. Mike's Monster says, "I don't recall talk about the origins of the top that is ridged on that episode." Fair enough. Maybe we talk too much and I just misremember where we talk about things. Rob Harvey says he just loves modern Klingons. Adam's not enough of a Star Trek fan to...
Yeah, I've seen all the
think really.
movies, and I've watched
seen-
Enterprise all the way through.
Have you seen Discovery?
No, because, I mean, everything was ruined since Abrams, so... Let's see.
To be fair, I really like Picard Season 3, and I really like Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds.
I heard Strange New Worlds was pretty good.
I mean, it's still a little rough at places, but it's really... I really like the cast. Xander says I was named after a Klingon. You were not named after that little shit, sure.
His parents were Trekkies, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean, Alexander's parents hated him. Well, one of Alexander's parents hated him. Neglected him. Mike's Monster says, I heard Picard Season 3 was fantastic compared to the earlier seasons. Yes, it was. It's a very good show. A very good season, even. I wasn't that thrilled on Season 1 or 2. I hate... There's one bit I dislike, really, and that's when the Enterprise goes all fucking Millennium Falcon in the Death Star, which I thought was massively unsuitable, but whatever. That was the only real bit I hated of that season. Xander says he was indeed named after Alexander Rozhenko. I am so sorry, my brother. Yeah, I won't bother going back in the crate, by the way. I don't think there's really much of anything in there.
Oh no, I gotta make them pay for facehugging me.
Caustic Viper says, has there been any more info on Alien Earth? Looking forward to watching it. Not since the suits, which has since been taken down, because of course it has. As soon as we saw that, I was like, oh well, this isn't going to be up for long. But let's.
Well, it's still on our site, but that's always funny when like people who worked on a movie post something, not thinking a fan site like us will find it, and then we do a report on it, and someone told them like, hey, you weren't supposed to post this. So we feel bad, but you can't blame us. They put it on the internet. All right, let's take these guys out.
For all we know, they did ask and was allowed.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I kind of like the ones that don't talk so much.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, I got it. It's under control.
Yeah, but if you got the... Okay, yeah. Caleb says the fans will always find it.
No, I wasn't in here before. Well, it's worth the 3 grenades.
Was it really? I was like, in those containers should be a fucking log or something. But there is not a fucking log.
Oh, they changed something in the patch so that when I prime the grenade, it doesn't instantly start the sensor until I throw it. Or was it like that before? I can't remember.
People are saying to be careful with your spraying of the facehuggers. You'll shoot your hand off.
Oh shit! I did not expect him to trip that. Sorry.
Oh, oops. Xenomorph Warrior aka Assis Vash says, I wonder if there's another better alien image released to counter the backlash. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, there was a behind-the-scenes shots of a suit that aren't going to be shown in that kind of...
It was meant for only the face to be in focus there. I thought the design looked pretty good, honestly. I know people are complaining about the shorter stacks.
See, I like the stacks. I mean, because we know there's a reason for it anyway.
We do?
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
No, people are saying the sheep. That's not a sheep alien. That's just the standard xenomorph in the series. Ah!
Do we know that?
I mean, I mean, yeah, we kind of do. I don't know how much you want me to say. We've seen more artwork than we've shared, and
Yeah, but I don't remember any of that saying it was.
oh yeah, there. I mean,
Okay.
we have. You know what we have? I'll have to remind you.
No, I remember
I'm
the
off
artwork you're
this.
talking about because you shared the image, didn't you? A bit of the image on the board.
Yeah.
Is that the artwork you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have to have a look at the big version of that because I can't remember it saying that it was the normal. I like the short stacks anyway. I do think that yes, the face does look a little bit long in the front. I like how it evokes the OG alien though in the shape of the head.
See,
I kind of actually like the texturing of the skin. You know, I know it isn't necessarily biomechanical in look.
stay open.
Eh.
Wow. Okay.
Empty.
But again, we also don't know.
Oh my god.
We don't know if that's a hero suit. We don't know if that's a stunt suit.
Died again. I gotta save before I go in that room. Find another save room.
I do think it definitely is one of the suits from the show, though, from the production. I know some other outlets don't think it is.
Oh
but,
yeah, they wouldn't have made
based
that
on what
just
we've
for the
for a teaser trailer.
yeah. No, I mean they
I know,
shot it in
that's-
Bangkok, which is where they shot the series. So
Exactly. Yeah.
So here's our worst looking alien just for the teaser. Like, how does that make any kind of sense?
And like we said, you know, you shared some concept art, a snippet of some concept art that we have access to on the boards, just to show off the smallest smokestacks. And what we haven't shared also pretty much fits in with the rest of some of the aesthetic of that suit.
Oh my god.
The skin looking material, some of the patterns and the shapes on the chest. Yeah,
There-
it is 100% used in the production.
There's another save room over here, so I'm gonna make sure I save again.
Xenosaurian says, "You shot that Xeno in the crotch." Poor thing.
That's why he was so mad.
Bomb's locked.
Kissel says, "Hey guys, any news about the secret upcoming Predator movie
It's always the
coming
leaps.
this year? Is it really going to be an animated?" Yes, it is going to be animated.
So 2 hits, folks. That's really how much the aliens. That's all they need on normal or higher to take you out.
Yes.
So make sure you're healed up.
Yeah, I agree with you, Caleb. I think it's likely a stunt suit. They do make a lot of liberal use of them. You know, when it came to like promotion for a lot of the other films, they made liberal use of stunt suits.
That's the thing with Romulus too. Like you have your Bunraku puppet, your full animatronic, and your guy in a suit. And if you see them in behind-the-scenes context, they're going to look a bit different because they're purpose-built for specific shots.
Indeed.
And
Like
not to...
the alien that's in all those anniversary shorts, that's one of Covenant's stunt suits that was also used for promotion in things like James Corden's show and stuff like that.
and not to, like, you know, tell off fan theories and stuff, but I think a lot of times fans try and think too hard. I mean, it's natural, right? We want to, like, figure out the lore and stuff. But they're like, oh, the alien has a ridged head because of its age, you know? It's like, no. It's it's just a design change. Like,
there's
creators
real world reasons
did
for it.
not think about that at all. Like, and it's the same thing with shorter smokestacks. I think I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Like, I remember Michael Vincent, the concept designer for Prey, went on Twitter and
put a
did
lot
a
of
bunch of
thought into
posts
his-
and showed how much thought he
Yeah.
put into the design. So that kind of surprised me, honestly. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean,
But I think
every other one than Aliens, though, has a reason and a justification. Well, and AVP. an actual narrative justification. You know, the runner in Alien 3 is because it's a runner. In Resurrection, it's because they are, tainted by the human DNA. In Covenant, it was because David hadn't introduced the biomechanical elements into the design at that point. And in Romulus...
It's because they didn't want to get in a lawsuit with the Giger estate.
Nothing left.
Well, they did specifically state that there was a narrative thing going to be about introducing the biomechanical elements into the design.
When did they say that?
During the promotion. Go read my Alien creation controversy article, mate. It's all in there.
Because I remember the docs being like, the concept artists kept trying to push it for more biomechanical, and they were being told no, specifically for the Giger estate reason.
No, that was when it came to things like doing Lee. Too obviously. There was I think it was Chris Seeger, the production designer. He said that they were edging into that design. It was part of the narrative of the overarching prequels. But to your point, yes, in Aliens there is no actual narrative reason for it. That's after the fact kind of stuff, fan theories. And I think Jim Cameron said the age thing in the Starlog correspondence stuff. If I remember rightly, AVP was just budgetary stuff. Fans tried to make up the thing.
Is that one of those things where a director knows he can't just say, I just didn't want the dome to crack, or I didn't want to deal with it, and so if a press person asks him, he'll be like, oh yeah, it's probably their age or something.
I think this was before the days of them giving that much of a shit. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can find it, because there was a whole thing where he wrote into people's criticisms and responded to them, and I think he suggested that in there.
Here we go.
James Cameron responds to criticism.
So yeah, I wish I could just take some time and explore this room and get all the stuff, but I'm kind of pressured to hurry up because the aliens are always going to end up just showing up time and again. So
Just
I
be
do
a good colonial marine though, and kill him.
Yeah, but then I'm bleeding resources, and they don't let me carry enough resources either.
I never struggled with resources at this point in the game.
Well, on standard, neither did I really. It was just kind of an annoyance. But I do want those grenades, so I'm going to try this again. As much as I shouldn't.
There's a thing on the top of one of the containers in there as well. It might be on top of the other one, actually. Have you been? Before you go in there and try and deal with the facehuggers.
Yeah, I saw a ladder there.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of shit on the top of it.
Okay.
Acid Splash says, I don't think there's anything wrong with headcanon, especially when certain directors seem not to be bothered to consider plot holes between properties and the fans care more than it's in their heads. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with fan theories.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
explanations. It's just when you get too invested in your own ideas.
Exactly.
That's when everything becomes a danger in the pre-release hype stuff. Xenosaurian says AVPR has an epic soundtrack. Do you agree? I think it's the best in the franchise.
Brian Tyler did an awesome job doing like a best of hits of the whole series.
Just like the film.
It felt much more AVP than Harold Kloiser's AVP 1 score, even though I did like that. I mean, that had more of its own identity, but Brian Tyler's kicked ass. I thought it was really good.
I really enjoyed it. I don't think I would call it one of the best, because that will always be, Alien 3 for me. But I really enjoyed it. I listened to it a lot. I like it being a best of hits kind of thing. Sarah says the post on the Alien 3 tube scars had me questioning whether I can even call myself a fan. And Caleb says I never knew about that until the other day either. So for context sake, I did a post on our social pages yesterday of at the back of Ripley 8 in Resurrection, showing off the prosthetic scars that she had, that were to show that she'd been developing, the back tubes herself.
Yeah, I never knew
the
that either.
scientists removed them. See, that is one of those deep cut ones because it's not even really visible in the film. Before I posted it and I said on the comment, though not really visible in the film, I went back and rewatched the birth scene just to be sure. And yeah, you could. Oh, pardon me. You can only see it, one of them, for like a split second. The picture I posted was a production still, where you can see it fairly more obvious. I think it's mentioned in the novel. I think it's in, not Serrazini, Crispin. I think it's in A.C. Crispin's novel. I was reminded of it because I was reading some old magazines about Resurrection, and Gillis mentioned it in there. But I'm sure it was in the novel. Cokie Bunny, welcome.
That's it. I'm full up. I'm gonna let those facehuggers stay asleep this time. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't need the grenades that badly.
Error. Mainframe disconnected.
So I should just grab what I need and get out of here. Which is right here. That's what I need. And of course, as soon as I grab it, they're on my tail. Good thing is you can usually outrun the aliens, honestly.
I always stay to fight, but yeah, it's a point.
Oh,
Xander says you chose to rewatch Resurrection. You're a brave man. To be fair, I only skimmed to the birth scene, but yes, I will be rewatching Resurrection and all the features for an upcoming episode that we'll be doing this month. Which, to be fair, I'm actually quite looking forward to. I'm quite excited for that one. Although me and you need to confirm dates and get that booked in for sure. Caustic Viper says, back ridge scars on Ripley 8? Question mark. Yes, go have a look on one of our social pages. It's one of the more recent posts, and you'll see what we're talking about. Acid Splash says the lab section and the underwater parts are a lot of fun to be had. I genuinely think the clone bit, when she discovers all the clones, is one of the best scenes in the entire series. I really think it's very good. It's that good. Thing is, I just prefer it as a written thing. Like, I enjoy the novel more than I enjoy the film.
I'm dry.
Because I think when Whedon and JPJ are just not a match made in heaven. Dinosaurian says, I never knew about Ripley's tube scars. That's interesting. See, there's still stuff that we can learn. There are still things that we can tell you. To be fair, Resurrection has probably a lot of little tidbits that aren't well known just because of it's not that well explored. Like my mute article on it the other month. It's just not that well explored, so not a lot of people know about it.
I do love the blizzard effects in this game. They're pretty convincing.
It's just another layer of atmosphere. And another way to kind of evoke aliens without being blatant. Well, alien and alien, sorry, should I say, to evoke LV-426 without being too obvious about it.
There we go.
Caustic Viper says the reoccurring quote of the films I've noticed gets overlooked, including the new quote. You see, that's why I really like Navarro in Romulus going, "Please don't let me die." I thought that was such a strong echo and inversion of that iconic plead. Alistair Ray, welcome. Crawling Chaos, welcome as well. He says, "I like Predator swords." I suppose that was some new Badlands news. Was the sword.
Someone on our forum had posted what they thought, like, where it would fold if it was a folding sword.
Yes. Cool looking design. Kissel says, "What's the saddest thing about the fact that we've never had Dutch coming back to a Predator movie, in your opinion? What's your dream sequel with this iconic character?" I would have been interested to see what the Predator 2 would have looked like more with Dutch in it. And that's an article I need to do as well. I started getting quotes and stuff put together for that, and I need to finish it off at some point. But, you know, the idea of him and Harrigan, which was the idea, it wasn't Harrigan instead of Dutch, working together to track down the Predator. That's the other locked container, by the way.
Facehugger's in here too.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
So, yeah, I mean, thing is, every other potential chance he'd have been back in the films was pretty poor, in my opinion. And I say that as somebody who loves Predators, but, you know, the cameo they wrote for him in that was a little on the corny side. Interesting concept, but a little on the corny side.
Corny enough for him to say no.
Did he say no to Predators, or was he still doing?
Oh no, it was the Predator he said no to.
Yeah. And that was pretty poo as well. But I genuinely liked him coming back in Hunting Grounds.
Jeez.
I loved all the logs. I love what they did with him. They could have used him better in Stalking Shadows. Stalking Shadows.
Yeah.
They could have used him better in there, but you know what we got with him was pretty good.
Oh shit!
Caustic Viper says, "Right, I felt that too when
you
Navarro
really have
said
to
that
throw
on
this shit.
this."
Oh my god.
Well, I don't throw it. I just hang on to it on one hand and shoot it in the other.
Yeah, but you have to pull it off with two. Oh shit. Okay, got him.
Crawling Chaos.
Wow. Okay, 1 second.
Line stuck with me ever since I first watched Aliens. It really made an impression. I think somebody really wants to just be killed off. Pretty horrible situation to be in. Definitely. I mean, if I have a chest burster in me, I don't want to have to feel that. But I mean, even more when you think about it, it actually originated in Alien when Dallas is being head morphed. So that must have been a lot more horrific.
Are we still live?
Yeah. Are you just looking at the rain guards, snow guards?
Okay. Just checking.
Xander says it's... I was making a joke about the sword being related to our cameo. It'll be a reversal of the Predator 2 scene. Aaron and Adam give the Predator the sword at the end. Caleb said... the Predator's cameo would have been a tease for a movie story we never would have gone to see, outside of maybe a comic or something. Yes, it would have been one of the many unconcluded and unsatisfying sequel baits. I'm glad it didn't happen. Schwip says, it feels weird just to see an alien walking towards you like it's about to ask for a moment of your time to share the good news about their Lord and Saviour, Deacon Christ.
Yeah, you criticized that, didn't you?
It's not so much them walking towards you, it's what they do with their hands. It's the pose they have them in, because it's kind of like that old question of, so what do I do with my hands when you're having a photo being taken of you? Custic Viper says, would have loved to see Dutch get the Machiko Noguchi treatment and be trained as a human. Oucha. Well, he would have never gone on the Predator side. Like, he would 100%, and as he does really do in Stalking Shadows and Hunting Grounds, he will become one of them through his own obsession, but I don't think he'd ever join up with them. Sarah says, I grabbed the Alien Resurrection novel to check on the scars, and she's quoted from the book, neat, clean incisions, the remnants of the deformed dorsal horns her body had tried to grab. So yes, I was right, it was in the book.
So these, I think, are dump trucks in Aliens, right? These vehicles. Yeah, I think that's what they are.
I don't immediately recognise them, but you know.
And then those are based on the Prometheus rovers right there.
Yeah, they're the exploratory vehicle. Xeno Saurian says, I can't get over how much this looks like AVP with all the snow. I would love to see an alien or predator movie in a desert environment. Yeah, I mean, yeah, looks.
They really get
it gives the AVP vibes. But that's where you need to use your sort of jump away thing. What do you think of the snow? Do you get AVP vibes? Did that tickle the old nostalgia fan in you?
Yeah, I guess a little bit.
But not a huge amount, I'm guessing. I mean, I don't immediately go snow equals AVP, I guess, but I know where you're coming from. The desert thing could have been fun, though. Like, I really hate the fact that we missed out on an AVP 2 set in Iraq.
Yeah.
You know, that could have been fun.
It's in the comic, Sandtrap.
Yes. Although the comic's not really great.
Yeah.
Although Hunters 2, you know, that's set in Afghanistan, I think.
Yeah, the second one.
And that's a really good run. Acid Splash says, I still think the coolest Predator weapon to me is Wolf's Whip in AVPR.
Yes.
Yes. Always loved the whip. I love the fact that it's made of an alien. You know, I like that kind of visual world building. Caleb says, I liked how Hunting Grounds handled his character, speaking of Dutch there. It felt very much like what he would have done after Predator and the attitude he would have had. Yep. Predminator says, hey, AVP Galaxy Gents, was wondering if you guys think the rumours of Fireteam 2 are true and the game will be announced this year, possibly Alien Day, for release late 2025.
Well, it sure looked like a legitimate leak to us.
Couple shells left.
I don't know if when we'll get an announcement of it. I don't know if it'll come out this year, but I certainly think it's coming.
Damn it.
I just hope it's taken on some serious developmental changes since whatever those design documents were written. Because it does not sound like it.
Yeah. My left controller was not properly seated on its charger, so it just died on me. Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Let's see if this works.
I do hope we get some good announcements Alien Day this year, though. You know, whether it is that Isolation remaster, whether it's Isolation 2. They're going to have to do something for Alien Earth. They have to this year. When's release of that thing? Was it summer? Alien Earth. I can't remember when Alien Earth is supposed to be coming out.
So this is
Summer.
embarrassing, folks, but my left VR controller has died because the PSVR 2 charging cradle is very finicky, and unless they're on it just right... 1 second. Hopefully that gave it enough juice for this next part. Not good.
Is it? Have you still not got much?
Yeah. I didn't forget, it's just the charger is really finicky. Damn it. Whoa, this is weird.
Oh, that normally means you're out your boundaries.
Oh, okay.
At least on my thing it does. There you go.
It shouldn't be. Okay. Well, we can just hang out for a second, folks. Let it charge for a few minutes. Yeah, why is it, like, on my boundaries? Okay. Well, now I should be in my boundaries, I think. Okay. Apologies, folks. We will still be here to chat for a few minutes while I give my left VR controller some juice. If any of you are thinking of picking up the PSVR 2 controller charging cradle, make sure it's on there good, because I didn't. And then this can happen.
My thing for the Quest has charging lights on it. Does your thing not?
It does, but they're very, like, slim lights, you know? You can barely see them, especially if you're in a well-lit room.
Kissel says Wolf's double plasma cannons were the best. Pew pew times 2. Yeah, that was always a fucking cool bit of Requiem, rocking the dual shoulder cannons.
Yeah.
And then I love when he converts one of them into a pistol. Like,
yeah, that was super cool.
I was kind of sad that it wasn't its own thing, you know, because we'd grown up with with AVP and AVP2, and they have their own separate Predator plasma pistol in those things. But the look of the converted cannon, plasma caster into a pistol was just fantastic. I think that's one of my favourite Predator props.
Yeah, definitely.
And it also shows a little bit of ingenuity on Wolf's part, which is nice to see, especially because he's as cool as he looks. He's fucking incompetent in that film.
Yeah, you could buy that thing from Sideshow Collectibles.
Showmasters. Yes. AVP Requiem Predator pistol prop.
Well, I really hope that my the thing that I have to take back to the ship respawned with me in here, because that would really suck if it didn't.
It should just be wherever you left it. I bet you I can't buy one of those pistols now. Not that I could fucking afford one anyway, but
I bet you could find one, but they're probably way too expensive.
I bet you somebody does a 3D printed one, to be fair, but I'd never be able to do like a good enough paint job. Because I really like the bronze of Wolf's sort of armor as
Sweet.
well.
You gotta hit up legs.obj for.
Yeah, but then the shipping will cost more than their work.
That's true. Alright, folks, I think that's enough time, so I'm going to pause the stream and reactivate the controller. One moment.
Hank's Monster says, heavy breathing. I'm assuming even if I'm muted when you pause, you're... No, Vraz, it wasn't crashed. Adam had just paused it while he went to pick up his other controller.
It's not charging. 1 second. What the hell? That's right. Yeah, you really have to seat it on this thing. It's so finicky. Whoever designed this, not good. Can I just plug the damn thing in? Could try. Yeah, I think so. Let's try that. Be a little awkward, but give it a shot. There we go. Yeah, I can do that.
You got it plugged in now?
Yeah.
Cool. Funny thing is, stream, we can talk to each other when it's paused. It's just me that's...
1 second. I'm all tangled up now. God damn it. There we go. Jesus Christ.
I'm on the ball, you are.
Oh my god. Okay. But it's charging. Oh my god. What time is it? How much time we got left?
It's only 1:15. We've got another 45 minutes.
Well, I thought it would let me use this while it's plugged in. Okay, now it is. Okay. Oh, now it's not. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties here.
Acid Splash says, first they cut the power, then they hive him up. Somebody's stepping on Adam's... No, we know what Adam's been doing if his left hand's gone numb. Sin on So Geki High says, one-hand challenge mode.
I mean, I would do it if it let me, but it just freezes you
Well,
in place.
Can you not move?
Nope, I can't.
Because the game will disable it, where
Yeah.
the game knows it's... Yeah,
It's just
fair
like,
enough.
charge the battery. I'm like, it's plugged in.
Crawling Chaos says, they cut the power, man. How can they cut the power? They're
Okay.
animals.
See, it's letting me use my left hand now until the error message, and then it freezes again. Alright, let's try this.
We'll get a flawless stream one day.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is still giving some issues, folks. We could take a 15-minute break and just restart the stream after that.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
Yeah. If we leave it till 1:30 and then jump back on.
Yeah, I think I should be able to just pause the stream here, and it would stay as the same
Okay.
stream. So we'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Bear with us.
Remember, you're audible during the pause.
Okay, let me know if it's back.
I'm still waiting on my end. Oh, yep, we're back in.
Yay. Yay! My hands work again. Sorry, everybody. But we are back in business. Yeah, it did leave it for me. Right here. That was very nice of them. My little canister.
Yeah, Braz, that's something Eric talks about. You know, it's been a long time since we got to play as an alien. The last time was 2014 when AVP Evolution came out.
Yeah, that is too long. Oh, hey, no!
Acid Splash.
Dead by Daylight.
That doesn't count. But yeah, I mean, fair point. But yeah, that doesn't count. To be fair, Acid Splash, I think. Chris, how much did we play Bug Hunt? Was it just the once? I can't remember. I didn't play much of it, and I don't remember it being like a holy shit, this is fantastic game. But I don't remember it also being a ugh, this is crap. I think it was very heavily dice focused, if I remember rightly. Xenosaurian says it was 2013 the Evolution came out. Mikey says Fortnite, and Lulu Laser says
That's
Fortnite
true.
doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Are they not coming in here? Can you guys not come in the ship? Ooh, I don't think you can.
I
Well,
didn't.
that's good to know.
I don't remember the door being open when I played this bit.
Sure.
They're
My
running
bad.
away now.
Thanks for noticing.
That's right, you get out of here.
I hope Susan is also well.
Sorry.
Well, that's a bug.
No time for small talk.
Okay. I look forward to your
Shelby
next
says I don't even remember the game.
Uh-oh. We lost Aaron. Oh, here they come again. Nope. Well, at least now I can see him. Hey, where are you going? Come back here. Oh! We invite Aaron back to the party, folks. Uh-oh. Okay, now he's back. There he is.
Yo.
Hey.
Sorry, my PlayStation went to sleep.
Oh. Yeah, he can't come in here. Go on
I
back.
don't remember the ramp being open during this at all. Xenosaurian is bringing up Dead by Daylight though, but that doesn't count as much as Fortnite doesn't count, in my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna use that exploit.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. You cheese all you want, brother.
One down.
Xenosaurian says, what counts? A game with Alien
So
in the
once we've
title.
got the rods, we're in business.
Not quite. We'll need a lot of power to drive the reaction.
Mike's Monster says, Jerry the Xenomorph uses a gun in Alien Stronghold,
That after we've got
but technically he's a synthetic.
Wait a minute, I thought I got the one in the garage.
No.
I could've
No,
sworn
you've only been to storage.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, my friend.
Well, I guess that's where we were having all the issues, was the garage, so. Time to head back there. Our review of this game should be out tomorrow? I would
Just make it this week. I want to read through it again.
Okay.
but I can't do that at work, so. Well, actually, don't make any changes to it. When I tell you tomorrow, I'll copy it across and I'll read it at work.
Okay. So thank you for your patience on that, folks.
I loved Jerry in Stronghold. That was such a fun comic. An AVP Classic had Xenoborgs with lasers on their heads and I think rocket launchers on their arms. Xenosaurian says, what do you think about Liam O'Donnell's AVP3 concept?
I thought it was an interesting concept.
I think as a compromise, it would have been alright, you know, for giving us that near future, for giving us a bit more military. The different sort of jungle aliens could have been fun. What were they? Were they lion aliens? I think
Yeah,
they were lion
aliens.
Which would have been fun. I mean, of course, obviously, what we reported on was only a treatment. You know, it didn't get any further than a rough sort of concept. You know, it was never scripted or anything. There was no first draft, but there was some interesting bits in there to be had. And that was something we didn't know about for a long time, did we? I think that was just a bombshell Liam dropped on us when we interviewed him for the podcast. Greg's joined us in the chat. He says even AVP Evolution, though that was cool, wasn't on mainstream consoles and PC. We haven't really played as aliens in multiplayer since ACM. We haven't played as a true alien in single player since 2010. That's the thing. What did you think of playing as the aliens in third person over first person? Because I actually liked it a lot more in ACM playing it as third person.
Really? I kind of like it in first person. Where are you?
Chris says, have you found this game has gotten easier to play over time? As in you've got used to fighting them in VR? Chris is barely into it, and he struggles wanting to play because it's too immersive for him.
Yes, you get better muscle memory with it. I definitely find that to be the case. Oh boy. But it still can be a little tricky.
Mikey's flexing his connections here. What's he said? I met somebody out here in Hollywood recently who pitched an AVP movie to Fox in the 90s that was set in World War II on Earth. Sounds wacky. Mikey, fucking hook us up, mate. Let's get a piece going on that. Would very much like to find out more about the random bullshit that was pitched before Anderson made his. Because I think the only people we really know about was obviously Peter Briggs. There was Roland Emmerich, and there was DeMonico and Fox, who were doing like one that sounded like a lot like AVP Eternal. So I'd be curious as to who this new person is, Mikey. Well, dude, just let's get names and let's try getting in touch. Xenomania says, I love the customization in AVP Evolution. It's cool to mix the different movie designs.
Empty.
Chevy says, I'm a chicken with horror games, never mind it strapped to your face. That's where I think Chris struggles with this game, I'll be honest. Even, I mean, come on, the focus is more on action than horror in this, even though it's still very tense and atmospheric, but it still leans more in the alien side of things.
That's why we need that Isolation remaster built from the ground up for VR, so we can really terrify Chris.
Yeah, and then we'll record it. Xenosaurian says, I would have liked for AVP Evolution to be available on PC. Right. I think I got it working on BlueStacks at some point.
Well, you can't even get it on mobile anymore. I think I still have it on my iPad.
Yeah, I still have it on my Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, the white one. I think it was Samsung's second tablet.
Why? Tell her you're
Predminator says, when the aliens kill you in the vents in this game, it's truly scary. I had to take
Ellen,
VR off a few
We're gonna need a
times.
lot of juice
What flavor?
for the ship. Can you connect this vessel's
Vitality
reactor inputs to the
Wraithamon
facility's
says, this
electrical
game
mains?
only for
Oh.
VR, or can I play it
Why?
without VR helmet on mouse and keyboard?
There's already
No, VR
abundant
only,
energy
I'm
in the
afraid, buddy.
capacitor mods. It's potentially hazardous to comply with your directive.
Sorry, not
So here's a
authorized to share
question,
my
Aaron.
reasons. I just
They
Oh,
released-
Hang on. I'm still going through the
I will
fucking
connect
chat.
the ship. I cannot, however, release power to a dangerous
Mike's
circuit.
Monster says it. He said it was too long ago to remember much, but I tried to get the details out of him. Oh, that's a shame, mate.
suspicious. We should do it her way.
You'll have to tweet that so
Alright.
we've got written
Thanks, Edward.
evidence of
Please be careful out there.
at least what you know.
Work crews are seeing
aliens.
And Chris says, I struggled with isolation as
large
well, and
hostile
even though you
life
have a
form.
gun in this, I just found it
It
to
has
be on another level.
incapacitated
I mean, that's fair enough,
three
because VR is an entirely other
outside the
experience.
medical wing.
Far away
And that's
from
the
Oxford.
point.
We should hurry.
We'll stay frosty.
Greg said third person worked for Aliens as well, but the wall walking was atrocious, which made things feel clunky. I think wall walking seems to be something everybody struggled with over the last 15 years. I think AVP 2010 eventually got there, but it was it could be clunky at times, and I think it was clunky early.
See, this is the backtracking I really didn't like, going all the way back to Ops at the complete other ass side of the facility.
Oh, I forgot about this bit. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about this one.
And it's always like, do I save time by running, but have more aliens show up? Or do I try and walk at a slow pace? I don't know. I'm just gonna run.
Well, if not Twitter, then Blue Sky, Mikey. Stop being fucking awkward. Just some written evidence. Okay, go for it. What were you going to ask me, sorry?
Would you like them to release a non-VR version of this game, like they have for some other VR games, like Jurassic World Aftermath?
Yeah, for accessibility. Well, no, that's the wrong word, not accessibility. You know, for the people who can't afford it, sure. Who can't afford the platform, sure. But I also don't think it would be as good in a non-VR environment, because
Yeah, definitely.
you know, the game is limited in your weapons, it is limited in your equipment, it is... I don't use the term as criticism, but you know, it is more of a basic game, and its appeal and charm comes from the things it does to work in VR. So, you know, the tactility, slamming the magazine home and racking that bolt, it's just fucking cool. And I don't think the game would be anywhere near as interesting without it being in VR.
Shoo!
Greg's talking about Natural Selection 2. Was that the Half-Life mod? Was that an AVP Half-Life mod from like 1,000 years ago?
I don't know. I think it was its own game. Unless it started as a mod and they made it a game.
Caleb says Half-Life Total Conversion. But it was an Alien conversion, wasn't it?
Natural
Sorry, I'm
Selection?
asking chat. Yeah, I'm asking chat more than you here.
I can hear them in the vents.
Greg says Natural Selection 1 was Half-Life mod, Natural Selection 2 was a standalone game.
Okay. So...
I don't think I ever played this. Is this still downloadable and accessible?
I think it's still on Steam. Aaron, where do I go here? It's right here, right? The mess hall?
Yeah, you want the elevator in the mess hall, don't you? Or you want an elevator, if you can find an elevator.
Do I have to go up the stairs here in the mess hall? See, this is the part that confused me. That's how to get to Ops from here. Or should I just take this? Is this an elevator right here?
No, no, if you go to mess hall... No, that's a storage bit. If you go to the mess hall, there's an elevator on the top level of the mess hall. At the bottom of all the security office bits. On the second floor.
Okay. Isn't there a closer elevator?
I don't remember there being a closer elevator.
Was that it? Yeah, the map could be a little better in terms of like...
Some labeling would be lovely.
Yeah.
So natural selection was an AVP-like thing. It wasn't an AVP thing.
Okay. Well, we'll try the mess hall. See how it goes.
Yeah, I'd forgot about this little moment. Yeah, this was annoying. Oh, Caustic Viper says it'd be great to see a return to Dead Space 2 multiplayer.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, take that, make it Alien, that'd be perfect. I played so much Dead Space 2 multiplayer back in the day.
What was that like? I never played it.
I think you can still play it on Xbox if you have that version. It was really good. I mean, you had different classes of enemies. It was kind of objective based. It'd be easier if you just watched like a video of a match, I think, on YouTube.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, where do I go? There was a staircase there. Ooh, that was close. Another one. Let's see if there's any extra goodies in here that I missed.
I think there was just a log and some bits in there, wasn't there?
Is he in here? Oh yeah, there is a hole there.
Predominator says, would be cool if Rogue Incursion got a physical release. Yeah. So rare these days, isn't
there
it?
you are.
I was kind of disappointed with a lot of the incentives for this. Oh, that's something I need to mention in the review, actually. I forgot about that.
Anything in the pot? No. Nothing in here. I already looted this place. Damn it. Are you in the boxes? Those are closed.
Chris says, okay, that was cool. The Predominator says, if I have to say, I would say this game is the scariest Alien game ever made. Dethroning Alien Isolation, the VR terror is what does it. I don't think I'd agree there. I still find Isolation scarier, but it's certainly up there. Definitely.
Maybe we should bring up the music more in the review, because I think the music is pretty good. Okay. I am supposed to go this way. I think.
Caustic Viper says, a thing game utilising the Amongst Us paranoia stuff would be a gem. Stays true to the film in that sense. Well, kind of slightly on topic, off topic to that is there's one of the Alien games that came out, the USCSS Nostromo. It was the French one that got embroiled in like all the plagiarism lawsuits, but that did something very similar, if I remember rightly, where one of the players was... It didn't have like Ash as such, but one of the players would be a secret synthetic and you didn't know who it was. And I remember that having a very heavy focus on paranoia that was really good.
I was supposed to do that, wasn't I? Okay, yeah, my objective marker has changed. Wait, no, it's still there.
I don't remember this. No, that was the old one, mate. That was when you were turning the fire off.
Well, then why does it still say... See, this is the part that confused me.
Because we've established that the map navigation isn't great. Just go to the elevator.
Okay.
Xenosaurian says, guys, what are your opinions on Wolf essentially being this grumpy old cowboy with a handgun whip blasting bad guys in a small town? I mean, it's certainly a take. I don't necessarily disagree with you there. Just not a take I've ever considered.
Okay, there's the elevator, and I can save here. So this time around, because I was feeling a bit lazy today, I am sitting down instead of standing up. So I'm in my swivel chair. So if you look down, it kind of looks like you're a dinosaur walking around. But other than that, it plays perfectly fine.
I preferred it stood up, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I mean, as do I, like, most of the time.
Costy Viper says, oh, like, who was the corporate saboteur and such? That would be a crazy game twist, not knowing who was working for Wheeling Yutani's benefit. It was something like that. I can't remember entirely, I'll be honest. Because it was a little while ago Chris and I played that. And it's one of those games that would be better with a bunch of people, but I remember really enjoying it. Predminator says, graphics look great in this game. They nailed the look and atmosphere. Completely agree. Completely agree. It's not a carbon copy of Hadley's Hope, which I love, but it's also very much in that design language. It feels a part of the universe, and I love that. It ended up being in here, remember? It wasn't... Lied to me. Lied to me.
Well, do you remember where it is?
Yeah, head back out and... Sorry, it's because I'm reading the chat. I'm not really paying attention to what you're doing all the time. Pete Script says, evening or which VR headset are you using?
PSVR 2.
I have it on the Oculus Rift, although I played it on Steam VR. Although it barely worked. Because my PC is severely underspec.
Did he go back up on the vents? Wow, they usually don't do that. Okay.
I told you they do.
Oh, no, there he is.
Rob Harvey says, dumb question no doubt, but can you headbutt or push?
No, they probably don't want you smashing your own TV. But a melee weapon would be cool.
I really wanted to be able to block.
Alright, so remind me where to go.
That was not an opinion. So head back to the stairs. Oh no, you're there.
Facility power. That's it, right?
So straight down there. Yeah, straight down.
Error code AR997. Non-standard use requested. Manual override required.
Be ready. Egregiously violating safety protocols is bound to set off some alarms.
I just assume everything will at this point.
I mean, Greg, I wouldn't say there are a lot of board games with that twist. I could only really think of the French one, and the RPG, of course. The Legendary Encounters had some form of PvP in it, but I don't remember it being like that or very good.
Last one.
What other games are you thinking of, bud? Xenosaurian says, so when are we getting Predator VR? We've already had Predator VR.
It was supposed to come out on Steam and PlayStation, but maybe it wasn't up to snuff or something. I mean, the graphics admittedly weren't that great, But
No,
they only
they're very
released it
arcadey.
in
Arcade.
arcades. Yeah.
Pete, I'm on a 1080 Ti. It was not good. Well, no, it ran, but the minimum recommended was a 270, I think.
So you're looking forward to the native MetaQuest version.
I'm very much looking forward to the native thing.
Power substation B713. All human staff. Clear surface operations area immediately.
Figures.
Oh, this weird bit.
What the hell was that?
An audible sound wave resembling that of the signal jammer. It resonates on the same frequencies as chitin.
Meaning?
Someone is trying to rile up the X-rays. We need to get out of here before it draws the attention of the nearby nest.
Out of ammo.
So now I just get out of here, right?
Yup, you just head back to the
The ship, right?
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I had to go across the entire facility just to do that. So I can take this to the first floor, even though I caught it from the second floor.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we'll find out where this elevator is then. On the first floor. Greg says, sorry Hicks, I meant there are a lot of non-AVP games, standard board games, social deduction games that have a... Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there is. I think, Chris, didn't you say one of the Thing games does something like that that's very good? So where's this? Predminator says, I wonder when Rogue Incursion Part 2 will be released, maybe next year. Yeah, we don't have a date on that at all, do we?
Yeah, I think that's what they did with Jurassic World Aftermath. It was one year and then another next year. So hopefully by December, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Because they can't keep me in suspense for that long.
I mean, they could try. Chevy says, yes, it was the Thing game, and it is amazing, we should play it. Yeah, you know me, buddy, I'm happy to.
Well, Night Drive just did an excellent remaster of that.
Well, it's a board game I'm talking about, sorry.
Oh, I have that one, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind waiting until next December for Part 2.
Alright, get out of my arm. Jeez.
No Star Dutch says, welcome. Says, hope the stream was good. Been eventful.
So this elevator actually, there was a sequence that I played when I had to get past that part I was stuck at last time, so you missed this, but it's a really cool sequence where the elevator kind of falls straight down and you end up back in the hive.
Yes.
And so
So,
just
I mean,
so you
was
can
that,
see
was that
it.
when you were trying to get by it?
Oh no.
Isn't that later
No,
on?
that's not this. Where am I? Sub-basement 2. Oh, that's
this is
when
where that stand was.
Sorry. Yeah.
Maybe it's later.
We're gonna go back up and
thanks.
find out where the first floor is.
Thanks for joining us, Rob Harvey. See you next time. Gusty Viper says, I did play the Thing remastered. It was very good. Definitely recommend it. Yeah, I'm planning on picking it up. I'm slowly making my way through the Quake port that they did. Once I've finished or got bored of that, I plan on buying the Thing. I'm halfway through the additional episode 2, I think. I just finished the part 1's boss monster yesterday.
Can I get through this way? I don't think I can. I think, like, this is closed off. I think I have to
go to the mess hall again. Xenosaurian says, I've got an idea for a Predator film where two scientists travel to a preserved planet to
Guess I can
observe
go
and
through here.
survive giant extinct
Might
xenos
be able to.
resurrected from old DNA and put in enclosures. I mean, I like the... I always have liked the preserved planet concept. I think it's cool.
I don't need that.
Predminator says, I'm hoping the Isolation VR remaster leak is true, hoping for an announcement. Yeah, you and the rest of us, buddy. You and the rest of us.
Well, he was right about the first part.
Yeah, it was. I still think you're right in that they're just trying to give this breathing room.
Yeah.
Getting low.
I don't know what Pete's referring to here. I hope the game will lose points in the review for the complete lack of xenosy. I don't get the sexual joke there. What's he thinking? What am I missing?
You got me. I mean, the ussy is a thing, I guess.
Yeah, but what's the specific reference outside of the Facehugger? I suppose you could always climb through the vent in maintenance, but probably easy to go into the mess hall.
There was also a bit where you climbed up the elevator shaft that we missed for the stream, and that was pretty cool. Alright, let's see if I can bum rush this.
Oh, Pete means the cocoon in Romulus, is what he means.
Oh, right.
That was so fucking cool. I love that.
They're on my tail.
Gusty Viper says, I do like the realistic reloading in this. Helps immerse you more and adds tension if you don't reload fast enough. Or if you fumble like a fucker.
Yep.
Yeah. I know I keep saying it, but
way.
it's the tactility of it is just perfect.
Here, guys. Present for ya.
There's just something super satisfying about slamming that mag in and racking that ball on the pulse rifle.
I'm drunk.
Oh, shit. No, not good, not good.
Have you forgot to turn your shoulder lamp on through all of this?
Nope, it's on.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Whew. Jeez.
See, it's tense. It's a tense game.
Oh, I did have shotgun shells. Well.
Acid Splash asks, no smart gun in the game? No.
Nope.
I think that's one of the things we kind of have criticised in our review is,
only 3 weapons, yeah.
Only 3 weapons. But one of the things I was like, yeah, but I kind of get it because each weapon is a different experience. Each reloads a different way. Each is handled a different way, and that works in that regards. But if in part 2, I'd like to see when each is sort of like holstered on a different area of your body, so you're limited as to where and the amount of weapons you can carry. But I would like to see some choice in part 2, where instead of a shotgun, we've slung over a scope rifle on our left shoulder, different kind of pistols, or a short sawn off shotgun kind of thing in on your thigh slot or your hip or wherever it is in the game. I can't remember. Is it thigh or hip?
For the shotgun?
No, for your pistol.
Oh, yeah, it's on your right thigh.
Yeah. So just still have limited amounts that we can carry, but give us the choice as to what we want to use. I hope they do that for part 2.
Error code 111. Task in progress.
Ghosty Viper says, slap a mag in and shout hoorah before firing. Come on, Adam, get into the cosplay of it all.
Oh, it won't let me rack it if it's already racked. No. Hoorah! Ooh, oh, excuse me. So speaking of really good-looking Unreal Engine 5 horror games, I beat Silent Hill 2 Remake the other night, finally, and that was really good. Highly recommended.
Hoorah to ashes, says Lulu Laser.
Here we are.
Time to die.
You know I'm not much for mushy stuff. It was, really good work.
Meeting you was singularly the most important thing ever to happen to me. Are you ready? Would you like a moment before we go?
Do it. Carver.
For us, it is done.
Warning. Runaway supercritical reaction detected. All personnel evacuate the area.
Remain close by. If anything disrupts this process, it will take some time before we can try again.
Copy that, Davis. Let's see this through.
Uh-oh, we lost Darren again.
What the hell?
The engine's winding down. Helen must have figured us out.
That's it. I'm gonna have to kill her.
Hold your fire. We might be able to salvage this.
Fine.
Eunice, you're back.
Do you mind telling me what the hell is going on here?
I don't entirely know myself. I am merely relieved I was able to stop the ship from going critical thanks to a sudden update to my system. What luck.
Sudden update. GES disabled any near-field updates.
There he is.
Yo, sorry, it went to sleep again.
Helen.
I do
I think
not
you
I
can set
need
the
to do a
time
better
for that.
job of.
operate both the ship's
Yeah,
reactor
I think
as
I'll
well as the med pod,
have a look
as I am
now.
not a surgical unit nor a mechanic.
Medpod?
Greg says, too bad we already
Is
knew
that the
Zulu
kind
would
of thing
live
that can
to
remove a
2180 something, so we already
foreign
know the spaceship
body
wasn't
from
going to
someone?
blow up.
Oh yes. Our
Hey,
Hey, we
it's
don't
nice
know
to
if
see
those are
these.
canon
They extract
anymore.
anything from debris to living specimens.
Yeah, they will be.
Or I guess Inferno
There's
canon,
no way in hell
quote
I'm
unquote
wasting what
canon.
little time I have left on an obvious distraction from...
Respectfully, Zula, accept this help. This is
Bonk,
highly
bonk,
suspect, yes.
bonk.
But there is still a chance someone is attempting to help us. We know we aren't GES's sole enemy.
No, Davis. We can't risk letting a facility full of these monsters exist. Not to save Carver, and not to save me.
Okay, I've set it to 3 hours for sleeping now. Hopefully that's the end of that. Xenosaurian says everything is canon. Oh, we're not getting into a canon debate. Though, funnily enough, I was listening to the that podcast with Alex
Fine.
the other day.
Helen, can you remove an alien from my chest?
Looking forward to speaking to them again.
That is certainly a qualifying medical emergency, Eunice.
Which I'll
I
also
will have my
chase
team prepare
Christian
the
up about
emergency
on
medical facilities
Monday.
for your
See
arrival.
what dates is good
They've
for him.
already fixed the elevator access on the south
There we can get that one calendared in.
The operating theater requires special clearance. Meet me in medical. We'll have everything
Greg
ready
says
for
bring
you.
the hammer for the aliens, Adam.
I wish it would let me use the hammer on the aliens. Paper towels? Can I take paper towels? Oh yeah. It's good coming handy.
You could always pick up some pocket sand. I love that you can pick so much of this fucking game up. It's ridiculous.
Just don't shoot these things. Because then the ship will go critical.
Yes. No neomorphs running around in there.
So now, see, this is what I mean by backtracking. Like, I just came from this exact area.
Well, you're not going back to the main bit. So this is the bit where I was like, for fuck's sake, I'm sick of this. And then when you go back to the one that you were in, it's locked. You don't go that way.
Hmm.
So use it.
You have to go through the garage, and it's a simple elevator in the garage.
Oh.
Like, pretty much straight away. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Okay. Yeah.
Just trying not to get my hopes
And then this is the point where I forgave the game. I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, the garage, you have to cycle a 3-step process when you're coming in from the outside.
Greg says, what? If you shoot the barrels, it will explode, then why does she need to blow up the ship with that complicated procedure?
I guess because the reactor won't go super critical.
True,
Yes, yeah.
true. Bigger explosion from the reactor, I suppose, if they want to take out the colony with it. Yeah, Vraz, we've already been through that. He's saying about the big red containers. Xenosaurian says, I really want to see a Ravager or a Carrier in a movie. Yeah, that'll never happen, will it?
Getting low.
Although I do hope to see a similar visual to the Carrier in
What
one
about
of
a
the movies
Praetorian?
someday.
Last one.
Would you like to
Yeah,
see
I'd love to
Praetorian
see.
in the movie?
I'd love to see a Praetorian. I think that's more likely than seeing than ever seeing, you know, the extinction aliens, because they're more prominent.
So where's this elevator? Through here?
So it's just across from the other side.
Error code.
Yeah, up there, up there.
Task in progress.
No, I don't think it's this way, buddy.
Yeah, medical elevator, right here.
Oh, it's this way. Okay, right, yeah.
I think this is where the alien hive bit is. Yeah, because I had to crawl out of this. That's cool. Can I stand on top of the elevator while it's moving? Ooh, I can. That's cool. I did not know I could do that. Huh.
Custy Viper says, I think the Carrier would be more likely if not a Praetorian, but a 12-foot Xeno scythe hands might be a reach.
Yeah, here's the hive bit. Probably still some little sleepy critters in here, I imagine.
Well, they come out at you, don't they?
Hey, buddy. How we doing? Hello. Maybe? They did before.
I thought they came out at you.
Yeah. They did last time I was down here. I guess the game just didn't expect me to come back down here.
Oh, Adam, just glitching the game.
But this is a cool little hived bit.
Yeah. Oh, Greg's letting the nerd rage happen. Hang on, let me scroll back up. P.S. It did kind of irk me when I see others playing the game and calling the Praetorian a queen when it's nothing like a queen. Yeah. And then I was irritated by Zula going, I've never seen anything like this before, and I'm like, don't you remember the first few issues of your series? So I think that was a bit of a drop ball there. And we'll give Alex a telling off for that. Raptor Slayer says, Disney, make the Praetorian cast film canon and my life is yours. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we haven't had them in a film yet. Pete Script says, I think Romulus tapped into something. We're seeing more of the life cycle. It's a shame they didn't have it take longer to grow and possibly show more stages. Yeah, the speed is a problem with modern day Alien, which is a big poo-poo, but...
When it makes AVP look slow.
I suppose at least Romulus tells you that they've been doing genetic engineering, whereas with AVP it was fans making up stories about Paul Anderson, saying it was hormones and stuff. Was not
The
true.
Queen was hooked up to a whole bunch of stuff.
It was. We can fan theory it, but 'twas not true. Acid Splash says, I desperately want to see something like the Carry again. I'd love to see a migratory hive where the planet has major tectonic activity. They can't stay underground exclusively. Like, I mean, I don't think seeing a carrier is likely, but I think similar imagery is likely, just on like a normal alien. Because I don't think you need a specific cast member to do it.
Wrong clearance.
Right. Okay.
Insufficient clearance.
I think this opens later, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's what I just remembered.
Caleb says, yeah, now that AVPR has featured a Pred alien, the Praetorian is the most common EU-only alien that's not been in the films yet.
Oh.
It'll come.
Hello?
It'll come.
Don't shoot, please.
All right.
I don't think Chet counts as a Praetorian, Greg. I don't think Chet counts as anything serious.
Ahead of time.
Or
All you
concrete.
will need to do for that is insert it into the terminal.
Nice check.
After that is completed, we can get you all strapped in and ready for surgery.
My own cautious optimism aside, it would be wise to ensure we have all
Raz says you can lock your save in this section if you save and get stuck in the airlock. Be careful when saving. I think he means when the
I
alarms
think
go
that's
off.
what
But if
happened to me before, actually. The
But
first
if
time
you
you
just-
visit this
Let's get
section.
this done.
if you just wait though, the aliens go back into the vents because they can't find you and the lockdown ends.
Yeah, but I think there was a bug. I think that was the same one I ran into before, but they just patched the game recently.
Chet's not a Pred alien, a Praetorian. I don't agree with you guys. I'm sorry. They didn't know what they were doing with Chet. He doesn't fit into the conventional definitions of those casts.
I've always
Because
been...
they also wanted it to be a kind of like a queen,
Yeah.
but not in the sense that it's I guess if we're going with Praetorians being young queens, yes, he is a Praetorian there.
I've always liked
About it.
egg barfing
Or she.
versus egg morphing.
No, egg morphing's way more disturbing. Egg morphing's way more disturbing as a body horror thing. No, I backtracked. I agree with you. In the half mentality that she's a young queen, yes, she would be a Praetorian.
I mean, we did kind of see in AVP
I
2010,
fucking hate that.
becomes...
I fucking hate Chet. Chet so bad.
I thought you said chat. I was like, damn.
No, I fucking hate Chet so bad. They don't know what they were doing with the thing.
I like
Oh,
chat.
maybe this, maybe that. It's crap design as well.
What? No, come on.
Yeah, I don't. I like the only thing I like about Chet is the predator skull under the cowl.
I think it's a good design.
No, you would. I hate Chet, not the chat. Vraz says the Pred alien reproduction has so many issues. Too fucking right, it does.
Upgrade PDT PDT card. Okay. That's what I've got to do. Gotta do this first.
Caustic Viper says the best part of Chet to me was the Pred skull in the dome and the reused runner chest burster tails for the dreads. That was a deep cut that I think was fun, but I hate the dreads on the design. I always have. I think it's shit. I think it's lazy. And I think as an aesthetic thing, it ruins the flow of the design. Xenosaurian disagrees and says, I love Chet, she's creepy and cool. Her ability to impregnate people was new and interesting. It was a great way to quickly grow an army before having an egg sac. But the thing is, it's a logical inconsistency because the egg barfing is way more effective than the queen.
In the short
there's
term,
no-
but I don't know. The aliens do weird
there's
stuff. It's like a hyper-metabolism thing
negative
as they're
shown
growing.
to it. This is headcanon bullshit again. there's no poor part of it shown. You'd have to make something up. Greg says Chet was too fleshy and too yellow. Mike's Monsters says Predalien dreads like that are the same as Predator boobs for me. Lazy. There's a way to do the idea without simply placing dreads on it. Completely agree.
There's been
Completely
great Predalien
agree.
designs with and without dreads. Like I really like the AVP 2010 one because it's like, to me, that's the perfected version of Chet, and that one still has dreadlocks. But I mean, some of the older appearances, like AVP 2, did not have. Well, it had like mini dreads.
AVP 2 had dreads.
Jutting out the back, but not AVP 1. I don't think. I don't think they had dreads in AVP 1.
Yes, they did.
Did they?
I believe so, when they were a very stupid orange colour. Let's have a look. AVP Classic Predalien. Yeah, they had dreads in Classic.
Yeah.
Greg says AVP 2's Predalien was so bad. Yeah, I didn't like AVP 2's Predalien. Vraz says, wasn't the Predalien AVP Classic also red? Yeah, maybe red rather than orange. It was a stupid colour. Xenosaurus says 2010's Predalien looked weird. I liked 2010's more than I liked any of the other incarnations of the Predalien in the games or in the film, but I still, again, I hate the dreadlocks. I agree with Mike. I think it's lazy design. Greg says in the game 2010's Predalien was the best. I think the best design we've seen has been Dorman's original. It still had the dreads, but it was swept along the flow of the design of the head and they were more spiky. I like that better. There's some interesting concepts for Chet. But I think they all used the dreads and it was like, ugh. Greg said something earlier about the negatives for Chet and the egg bar fin was that it needed only pregnant women. Which is a fair point. I hadn't really thought about it only being pregnant women that we ever see it used upon. Or whether that's because it only works on them. It's an interesting thought. Although that was more them trying to be edgy than anything, I guess. But yeah, I mean that's fair.
AVP hard R.
Custy Viper says, wasn't the AVP Extinction Predalien similar to the original comic design with the swept back treads? I don't think they were. I thought they were just sort of reusing AVP2's model. I can't remember offhand. Maybe you're right. I'll have a look in a second. Pete Script says, I can still remember the Xeno robot things in the original AVP game with the laser glued to their head. The Xenoborgs. Yeah, we were talked about them earlier. I think they have a rocket launcher or a minigun under their arm as well, if I remember rightly. The synthetic Xenos are an interesting concept, and I do like things like Jerry and Norbert more than I like Xenoborgs, I think, because I think that's pretty... Xenoborgs are a little OTT. But Jerry's cool, and so is Norbert. They'll always be cool. A comic book adventure had some synthetic aliens in them as well, which was interesting. I think you could find one and use it to get into the alien hive.
Alright, where do I go here? Run diagnostics. I'm supposed to go in there. Low power. That's not good. How do I open this chamber?
Do you just have to wait for the alert to end?
Is that what the issue is?
Maybe. Wait,
it should have ended by now.
How many aliens did you kill?
Maybe one's stuck somewhere. Yeah, because it says unauthorized life form detected. So there is one around here somewhere.
Let's get the machine online.
Uh-oh.
Too many buggers.
Yeah, that also affected our review a little bit. We have been running into bugs and stuff.
Yeah, it did get knocked down a couple of points, didn't it?
Come on, where are you? I might have to reload my checkpoint here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to.
Oh, I've just realised what time it is. It's about time to wrap up.
We're almost done. Let's go a little extra today.
Well, you're miles off.
No, not really. The game
No,
ends in this medical bit.
Yeah, but you've got loads to do in here.
Not really.
You do.
I could do it in 20 minutes.
Okay, but we don't get to play Halo after.
Oh, don't be like that.
I have bedtimes.
Yeah, but we were only going to play Halo for
No,
20 minutes, were we?
No, I said I could give you an hour, but we're eating into it. I need to be done at next hour, mate.
Alright.
On the next hour.
We'll play Halo next time. I want to get this over with. Then we don't have to stream it again.
I'm just saying, if you don't get it done in next half hour,
I'll get it done in a half hour.
I don't believe you.
Time
It took me ages to deal with the Praetorian.
This med pod thing, it might not.
It will work.
Right. Okay.
Hello?
Although if
We
it bugs
do
out
that a
again,
lot.
I'll stop.
Right. What do you need me to do?
I have prepared your new PDT keycard clearance ahead of time. All you will need to do for that is insert it into the terminal. After that is completed, we can get you all strapped in and ready for surgery.
My own cautious.
Costy Viper says, Adam, I can clear this in 20. Aaron, no Halo then. Don't be rash.
Don't panic.
It's that adult life. I'm sorry, guys
Must be normal.
and girls.
It's gonna bring them right to us. Do something.
Sadly, I can't override
Brad says, I like the Praetorian design in there.
the area.
Wait, I don't know what we're talking about. Have we said there's a Praetorian in there? Or we already spoiled?
Yeah, you said... And it's in the trailer, too.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing. Yeah, I like the design in this well enough. It was in the trailer.
Okay, there's one more moving around.
It's not punishment, Sizzy. It's just bedtime.
Oh, there it is.
And a lack of belief on my part. So was that 3? Oh no, this is 4.
Okay.
The first bit's like double.
We can
Yeah.
get you secured for surgery.
Pete Script says I've been playing Halo again on the Steam Deck. Great fun playing through the old games. Yeah, I play through them once a year, just about. I've been playing a lot of Infinite over the last couple of months, and I'm really enjoying it at the minute. Vraz says, do you think we'll see the Queen in part 2? I bet we
We
will.
better, yeah.
Acid Splash says, I love seeing aliens properly wall walking.
Yeah, they do crawl around very nicely in this game.
Mm.
Already full.
You don't want to be in here yet, do you?
Let's get the machine online.
Yeah, I think I do.
I thought you had to do the prep first, isn't that in a different room?
I think that's this room.
I didn't think there was...
But they are going to
well,
send me
do you,
somewhere
All
else.
really happening.
Do you start it in here and then have to run somewhere
Yeah.
else?
See, I just remember that bit.
Let's do this.
Please use the nearby terminal in order to proceed.
Where is the
Like when I got to
SOS?
this bit, I was like, "Oh, I'm so nearly done," and then I was like, "Oh no, I'm not."
Yep, it sends you on one last little fetch quest, I think.
Unauthorized life
Power
form
didn't stay
detected
fixed
in
too long.
quantum
Custy Viper says, "I can't wait for the next Aliens versus Avenger issues. They have an interesting storyline. Feels a bit like Earth War." Yeah, completely agree. I'm very much enjoying Aliens versus Avengers. It's a lot bigger scope and a lot more serious than I was anticipating it would be, and I'm digging it.
Get the machine
Although
online.
I'd like to translate what the engineers are saying in it, but it's not the same font that was used in Prometheus in the production. It looks to be some other cuneiform, I guess, but I haven't attempted to see if it's any specific languages or anything. At least not yet. I've been too lazy to look at it. Have you read any event Alien vs Avengers yet?
Nope, I bought it. I need to actually read it.
Or are you gonna wait for the trade?
No, I'll read it.
Getting low.
Caleb says it's engineer for fuck them human, Joe. It's a bit more than that, and I think it was more about the synthetic at the time, but we'll see. I need to reread the first two issues, actually. I've been thinking about it, but
Let's get the machine online.
I gotta
I put
reroute
my away in my
power.
comic box.
It's gonna send me over there, okay.
Caustic Viper says, my question is how agonising it must be for Wolverine if he's used as a host and he constantly regenerates. That'd be hell.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And I'd assume his aliens would also be regenerating. Xenomania says, do people like the Alien Vision in Paradiso? Yeah, it was okay. The first issue was just okay at this point. We'll have to see how it gets on with the rest of the story. See how much I hate it being Kane's daughter. Acid Splash says, I'm waiting for the trade, although they keep delaying them more and more. Like this last year of releases. What's with the one hand, Adam?
Just trying to do it like Terminator style, you know?
You're not Arnie.
Lockdown suspended.
Caustic Viper says, will the Wolverine Xenos have his sideburns?
I'll look for a room that still has power and see if I can redirect it.
Could you imagine if they had bone claws?
No. Where do I go?
Oh, you have the whole bit in the lockdown in there to deal with.
Reroute the power this way?
You need to go to the big labs bit.
Oh, right. I remember now. Okay, yeah.
Where
it's
there's
through
all
here.
the facehugger tubes, yeah.
Observation, this is it. Might as well save right here. Or in here.
Predminator says, are you guys beating the game today? Adam believes he can in the next next 25 minutes, but we'll see. Xenomania says, I think the vision was cool. I do not like Kane having a kid. I like the idea of the marshals being used again, though. Yeah, I'm very much all about the marshals showing up again. It's one of the things I was quite excited for. They have been under use since they were introduced. I mean, I don't mind the idea of Kane having a kid. I think it's boring that they're using her. I'm sick of relations being used in the series. Xenosaurian asks, you think we're getting any more Alien, Predator, AVP or Prometheus anthology books? I sure would like it. I'm sure Brian would as well.
These do look cool
I don't
in
know.
VR.
Yeah, you just can't appreciate the actual experience without that headset on your face, though, can you? I don't know. Xenosaurin is the answer. Hopefully, and hopefully Adam and I will be back on them like we were the last two when there are. But as it stands, we've not heard anything. Pete Script says, I'm off to bed. It's been good chatting with the community again. It has been a while. Well, it's a pleasure.
Later.
Pleasure having you. We are on most Sundays, so hopefully we'll see you another one.
Yes.
Greg says, I love the anthology books. We need more of them. Agreed. Custy Viper says, I need to get more of the omnibus books. Want to read up on Rogue. Rogue as in the King. No Style Dutch says, I don't think Kane having a kid is a I don't think Kane having a kid is a problem. Rather, it's that Kane's kid happens to come across this allegedly rare xenomorph. Yup, completely agree.
We need to locate a way to reroute the
Xenomania says, I finished Steel Egg, so maybe my standards on good alien content have been lowered after Larry the Talking Gift. Yeah, Steel Egg's one of the worst things the franchise has to offer, unfortunately. I wanted to like that book so much, I really did. John Shirley is an award-winning horror author, and his previous entries had been rather poor when it comes to Alien and Predator. He did Steel Egg, he did Forever Midnight. They're all quite poo. But he redeemed himself with his short in. If It Bleeds. I think it was Tin Warrior. It was called. That was a very good short. Greg says, just reread the Pulse Rifle short from Bug Hunt. It's one of my favourite, along with Siegler's Alien POV one. Yup, there is a handful of good shorts in Bug Hunt. Those are among them.
Unauthorized life form detected in quarantine area. Initiating lockdown.
Whew, that was a close one.
We don't have time for this.
Yeah, Vraz, I agree. Vraz just saying too many alien stories have something about alien encounters being tied to family. The worst offender is Sea of Sorrows. Not everything has to be related to the Ripley family. Yeah, although I think Sea of Sorrows would have been better had it been related to Ripley 8, and I think I would have accepted her coming back and them doing more with her, because I think she's interesting as a character.
So I'm experiencing another bug, and that is the rumble in my headset when the facehugger jumped me is still going.
Oh.
So it's just constantly rumbling.
Coasty Viper says, I especially want to read the story with the jockey morph. Its story sounds like inspiration to Prometheus. Yes, that was a comic, not a story. As in, well, it was a comic, not a book. If we're thinking the same thing, Aliens Apocalypse, The Destroying Angels. I can't think of any novels or shorts with the jockey alien in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
Wow, Eunice. Where did you learn to shoot like that?
The power's back. We should head over.
Maybe if I get another facehugger to jump on me, that'll get me out of it.
Fair enough. Acid Splash says, I honestly think Zula is also pushing the limits on how many appearances she's made against the aliens and survived. So I can kind of forgive Zula because she's crusading against the aliens. She's going down hunting them. So I can forgive that a little bit. But yeah, I do think we might be hitting the overuse point.
And reload it. Maybe that'll take off my rumble.
Costy Viper says, I always thought that the title was fitting for Xenos, the Destroying Aliens. Completely agree. Apocalypse is one of the best alien comics, in my opinion. It's one of my favourites, certainly. And it is entirely the reason I'm into the expanded universe, full stop. When I learnt that was a thing, I went and hunted that down, and, back in the day it was we didn't have Amazon, we didn't have eBay. It was harder to get hold of these things, so it took me a while. Which led to me reading other stuff in the interim, which I'd found before I ever got to do Destroying Angels. But yeah, if it wasn't for that, I don't know if I'd have delved into the comics or the books. Xenomania says May is going to carry Zula's torch in the EU. Yeah, it seems that way, and I'm fine with that. I like May. Much in the same vein as Ripley. I think she's an interesting character.
You should be able to operate it from that terminal. It appears a medical staffer attempted an
Another
authorized
fetch quest.
operation on themselves.
Yeah, it's gonna need me to pick that up.
That device does not appear to be configured for general surgical
I don't
use.
remember where it is.
To confirm our suspicion that this facility's true
I
purpose
thought I
was
went to get
organization.
the ones from the elevator, but that's not where it was.
To what end?
Vraz says, do we meet May prior to the new book? May is introduced in Inferno's 4 first.
She gets a mention
And
here.
then-
We needed to get these things out of them. For
Yes,
now,
it's a
just
poem,
know
isn't
to
it, that he
what's
says?
up there.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Medpods usually contain a UV layer ablation system powerful enough to vaporize all organic matter inside.
Good. Let's trigger that.
Xenosaurian said, the moment Isolation popularised the idea of Amanda walking in Ripley's footsteps, everybody went, we need to do the same with everybody else. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. Isolation is the... Well, actually, no. Because that was a thing in the franchise before Amanda. You know, we had...
You'll need to get a purge canister to
we had Carmen Vasquez a long time beforehand. But, I mean, I suppose Isolation is the more modern of the things, of course. But, you know, Isolation was the exception, not the rule. Greg says, get the canister and just run back, it'll be faster and easier.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Vraz says, it's been too long since I did Inferno's 4. I've been rereading it, actually. I've been rereading it to actually to review on it.
Although I might loot a little bit in here first.
You should be able to get topped up quite easily in here.
Where is it?
You'll need to get a purge canister to
Unless
Message
the
flash says,
door's locked.
Apologies for the inconvenience.
What's up?
Oh, here it is.
That's the purge canister Helen requested.
Unauthorized life form detected.
I wonder if it'll let me just run back.
Initiating lockdown.
No, it's locked down.
Oh, come on.
Well, you just put it up there, don't you? It's just up there. Yeah, you don't need to go out of the room. Do you? You don't need to go out of the room.
No, you do.
Do you?
Yeah, you put the
I thought-
canister by the med pod.
I thought the canister went...
Shit. Come on!
Oh, yeah, you're in a different area, aren't you? Sorry.
That is a frustrating thing where you think you're grabbing for something and you miss it.
You see, I have to wonder how much of that's tracking and how much of that's actually you just fumbling.
Yeah.
Because that wound me up a bit. The Acid Flash says, Amanda was considered a red flag until people got to play the game. Yep, I mean, that's very true. But again, Amanda, isolation was an exception, not a rule.
Helen?
Greg's blaming it on the tracking.
Oh.
Predminator says, when the VR headset vibrates,
Helen, they should make you
really feels like the aliens in a jaw shot into your skull. It's cool.
You should be able to operate
So I
it from
assume
that
you got it on PSVR as well. Unless, does the MetaQuest have haptics to the face? Maybe for the native games?
I don't think I felt anything.
So yeah, it goes right there.
That device does not appear to be
Yeah, I didn't realize you're in a different world. Sorry, I kind of lose track sometimes when I'm looking at this.
this facility's true purpose was
There is more loot in here though.
which begs the question: to what end?
Looks
Greg
set up.
says, other more experienced VR players say the tracking is much worse than in other VR shooters.
bunch of
allegedly
people
other
need to get
VR
these
games
things
do the
out.
tracking a lot more
For now,
accurately.
I just
I
wanna
mean,
know
for the
what's going
most
to
part, for me, it works good, at least on PSVR 2.
It's when you're
compared to-
panicking, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's when I'm
Or
panicking.
those intense moments.
Good. Let's trigger
Because I
that.
guess you can't really take your time as accurately, but yeah, I mean, if it's tracking related still.
There should be many nearby in imaging.
Quest doesn't have haptics.
That's too bad.
Caustic Viper says, Inferno's Fall is a great read enemy of my enemy is meh. Agreed. I really like Inferno's Fall.
You'll need to get a probe canister to clear out the device.
I do have some issues with how the creatures are handled in it. But that's really my only complaint. Vraz says, I'm having no issues with tracking with Quest 3 and Virtual Desktop. You see, when I was having stability issues before they patched it on launch, I found I was having tracking issues when I was playing Quest 3.
I'm gonna save again right here.
But it was only... So what would happen for me is there'd be some really bad juttering or what looked like frame rate dropping when I loaded the game up, and it'd last for about 10-15 minutes, and during that time I'd find tracking really difficult, but then it stabilised and it was fine. But when the game released, they dropped a new patch on it and it stopped it for me. But again, I'm playing on a severely under-spec'd machine that the game shouldn't even work on. So it was a miracle. Xander says, quick, do a Fortnite dance while you save.
There we go.
Caustic Viper says Ridley Scott really gave us 2 prequel films of humans doing such dumb stuff. We started rooting for the evil android to win. Because chat's been talking about David winning.
I'm gonna hold up in here.
Greg says Inferno's 4 loses me in the second half. The aliens are the problem, which is kind of crucial for an alien novel. I really liked Enemy of My Enemy. It had a lot of mediocre, boring moments, but it had quite a few nice moments as well. I thought Enemy of My Enemy was just meh. It was just meh. I didn't even remember who Alex Brand was until I think it prompted something in the chat. Not the chat, in the novel. So, yeah.
My left controller died again.
Oh no.
Well, I think that does have to be it then, folks. Apologies.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. We'll do it next time. We'll finish it next time. We got one more. But
Well,
thank you for joining us.
It'll be a quick one next time.
He's gonna get me.
Mike said, I almost said that the controller dying was going to happen now.
Yeah.
Caleb says, next time, Gadget.
I'll get you next time.
Caustic Viper says, the part that lost me an enemy of my enemy was a biodrone's forgetting to die. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Oh, you...
No, it's back. It's back.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I guess we'll finish this off next week and then maybe move on to... No, because we can't move on in different stream, can we?
Yeah, we can. We'll just... If we finish the game, we can just start streaming something else.
Well, we'll just have to open up a separate stream, is what I'm saying. It won't be one.
Oh, that's fine. We can do that.
Yeah, well, we'll see how we get on with this, because it actually took me a good few times to actually beat the Praetorian. But
all right, folks, thank you again for joining us. We got some podcasts coming in the next few weeks.
I will have one next. I will have our interview with Dane next week. It will be out next week, for sure.
Looking forward to that. That was a good conversation. We just recorded our 200th episode. And it was all on the site, and Mr. Mike's Monsters in the chat joined us for that.
As he was once staff and kicked off the podcast with me as well. We also have a review of Aliens What If in the bag, and we've got a discussion booked in on Black Goo next month.
Oh boy.
This month. We've got well, it's not booked in yet, we need to sort dates, but we're going to be doing a discussion on Black Goo this month, which will feature Alex White and Christian Metzger. And we also have an interview that we need to book in with the exec who basically kicked off and oversaw the production of Alien Resurrection. That's why I've been rewatching bits and rereading bits on that. So that will be taking place next month. Whether it's released next month, I don't. This month, sorry. Whether it's released this month, I don't know. But we'll be recording it this month.
Yes. Catch us at our website, avpgalaxy.net, or on any of the major socials. And as always, a big thank you to our Patreon supporters.
Indeed, and to everybody who just comes and nerds out with us anyway. So thank you.
All right, folks. Until next time, stay frosty.
In a bizzle.